Often people accuse me of being cynical. I believe I'm one of the least cynical people I know. I'm an optimist. I believe the earth will come to good. I'm sure that life on this planet will outlive our species, which you have to admit has been rather a blight. New organisms will evolve and the song of the universe will continue like a round. The verse about us will be over soon and things will get better.
They fuck you up, your mom and dad. They may not mean to, but they do. They fill you with the faults they had and add some extra just for you. But they were fucked up in their turn by fools in old style hats and coats, who half the time were soppy stern and half at one another's throats. Man hands on misery to man, it deepens like a coastal shelf. Get it out as early as you can and don't have any kids yourself.
I love children. We all love children. We love them not because they are good, which they are not, but because, unlike adults, they contain the potential to become good. They stand for the possibility of moral education and, consequently, our own moral redemption. If one brings a child into the light of decency, one has, in some small measure, compensated for one's own slide into degenerate, greedy perversion.
God is getting old, he keeps forgetting things. He's going deaf, so you've gotta talk loud. He's answering the wrong prayers and he's mumbling. I try to tell him, but you know he's so proud. I thought that he loved us, but he keeps wandering away. I'm afraid he's gonna get lost. He can't remember that we started to use electric heat. He keeps handing coal and kerosene out in the street, but I just shake my head and sigh. It's easier to be faithful to a God that's unstable. He's easily confused and he keeps losing things. I made name tags for his clothes. He's shouting at the furniture and hearing things. The disciples are bailing in droves. He's wasting his magic on errors and pretenders. Last week he used the diamonds for frost. He goes off his medication almost every week. Got arrested in November for disturbing the peace. But I just smile until I cry. It's easier to be faithful to a God that's unstable. I just smile till I cry. It's easier to be faithful to a God that's unstable.
My children and I are terribly fond of the zoo. Zoos, like hunting, are symbols of the human longing for animal closeness. What the kids and I would really prefer though, but which is for some reason seen as not ethical, is a zoo in which all the animals were heavily tranquilized, where we could go into their enclosures and lie down amongst them, caress them. I don't understand why that should be forbidden to us. Why is it acceptable practice to imprison animals and to shoot them in order to be close to them, but unacceptable to calm their savagery with the same drugs we use to calm our own savagery?
Mrs. Douglas was Effie's mother, guys, and before she had Effie, she couldn't make any kids. They were Catholic. And so she went to her priest and told him what was going on, and the priest told her to do like 1,000,000 Hail Marys and to count on her rosary for like 1,000,000 hours, and then God would get her a baby. So she did this stuff for like a month, and then she got busy with a spring fling teen sale or something, but then she got pregnant. The kid was healthy and good until she got to be a teenager. On her 13th birthday, she had a party at a roller skating rink. Someone brought some shit mix from their parents' liquor cabinet. The kids got wasted, and Gracie, that's Effie's sister, fell in love. So Gracie didn't fall in love with a person, she fell in love with booze. When she was drunk, she felt awesome every time almost. And she drank hard. People would be shocked how much she could drink, this little girl. She was just completely into it. And her parents caught her and they freaked out, but she didn't stop. By this time, Effie was about 9 and Gracie was 16. Effie loved to be with Gracie when she drank. She was happy and excited, and she'd give Effie little sips, and she told her about being a teenager and how much she liked her friends. And they would sing along with all the songs on the radio until Gracie got too wasted to do anything. Gracie had to go to the hospital a bunch of times from booze. She had her stomach pumped, and then her kidneys started to fail, but Gracie didn't stop, and on Effie's 13th birthday, Gracie died. I know, it's fucked. There's a reason I'm telling you all this. After Gracie died, Mrs. Douglas got depressed. She wouldn't come out of her bed, and she wouldn't talk to Effie. She just cried and said Hail Marys and did the rosary all day until she fell asleep from grief. Finally, her husband called the priest to the house to talk to her. When Mrs. Douglas heard that the priest was coming over, she got out of bed, finally, and put on her nice clothes and some chapstick and sat on the couch and did her rosary. When he got there, he asked her what he could do for her in her time of grief, and she asked him if he remembered when she went to him about wanting to have a baby, and he said yes. She asked if he remembered what he told her to do. He said yes. She told him that she hadn't completed the course of stuff he told her to do, and he told her that it was her fault that Gracie died, that Gracie had been marked out by the devil for a short life by Mrs. Douglas fucking off to work on the tea sale or whatever. He told her that she and her family were no longer welcome in the church, and then they got a letter from the bishop that said they were out. It's fucking bullshit, and we are gonna do something about it. We are gonna go out there, and we are gonna totally get you, God.
I am a hunter. I adore hunting. My need to be with animals is so strong, and I see no other way. My children are not hunters. Not yet. They are too young still. I carry incredible anticipation for the day my children will be able to join me, and the animals, in the hunt. Killing animals makes me feel tremendous relief. Once I have killed an animal, I will be able to realize the fantasies I have had for the past 12 months. I know other people will think it is sick or pathetic that hunting an animal should be so soothing for me. I believe I am better than other hunters for 2 reasons. First, unlike the others, I don't kill because it's thrilling or what they call fun. Second, I am honest about my feelings. I kill animals because I want to touch them and hold them, and it's the only way they can allow me to. I don't pretend that hunting is not wrong. Of course it is. The animal was alive, very likely had a family or a mate. It made discriminations, had preferences. Now it's dead, because of my need for closeness. I know that it is wrong. A lot of things are wrong. At least this is a wrong, committed for the right reasons.
We are the spirit guides, and we are watching you because you amuse us and we adore you. You invented us in order to punish you, but if we can punish you, we can redeem you too. Now getting smarter and easier to make mad, and you're making us mad, and you're making us sad. But we can still forgive you if you behave more ethically. We can work together, we can be happy. We can work together, we can be happy. Okay, how was that?